Hi everyone, so in this video we are going to discuss this question, merge the two sorted linked list using recursion. Okay, so we have to use recursion. If you remember, we have already solved this question, but we solved it iteratively in our previous videos. So suppose you have a linked list A and linked list B, and linked list A is, let's say, 0, 4, 5, and you have linked list B, and let's say the data is 1, 2, 6 and 7. So what we have to do, what we will do, first of all, we have to find out our new head of our final linked list. So in order to find out the new head, I will compare 0 and 1. So 0 is my new head. Okay, so I will do small amount of work, and what I will do, I will call recursion on this part of the linked list, and I will call recursion on this part of the linked list. And what recursion will return me? So recursion will return me the newly created linked list, and it will return me basically the head of the linked list. Okay, so what will be the linked list? It will be 1, then 2, then 4, 5, 6 and 7. So this is the linked list which is created by the recursion, and it will return me the head of the linked list. Okay, and this is my new head. So what I have to do? So new head, arrow next. So I will connect these two, right? I will connect these two, and finally I will return my new head. So this is very simple logic that we have to do. Okay, so let us directly write the code because we are very comfortable with the recursion. So this is our older part. Okay, so this is the iterative one. So let's reset our code and we will write the code from fresh. Okay, so in recursion, first of all, what is the base case? So the base case is if A is null. If linked list A does not exist, then in that case return B. And similarly, if basically B is null, then in that situation, in that case, I will return A. Now what we have to do, so I have to create my head pointer. So this is my new head, or you can say final head. So initially this is null, right? Now let us try to initialize our new head. So if the data of A, so if the value of A is less than the value of B, so what will be my new head? So new head will be A. Now if you remember, after finding out the new head, what we have to do? So we have to call recursion on this part of the linked list and on this part. So what is this? This is A arrow next, and this is simply B, right? Now after passing A arrow next and B, the recursion will give me the sorted linked list and it will return me the head. And just I have to make this connection. So I have to write new head arrow next is equals to the output given by recursion. Okay. So this is new head arrow next. Now I will call this function merge to list. So what is the property of merge to list function? So this merge to list function take two lists as input and it returns the head of the sorted linked list after merging these two linked lists. Okay, so I have to return. So the first linked list is A arrow next and the second linked list is B. Simple. Now in the else part, what we will do? So my new head will be B, right? And similarly, my new head arrow next. So again, I will call merge to linked list function. It takes the first list, which is A, and what is the second list? It is B arrow next. And what it will return? So it will return me the head of the newly created linked list. Now once my new head is ready, I can simply return my new head. Okay, simple. So how it is working? So suppose this is your list A, and let's say it is 1, 2 and 4, and your list B is basically 0, 1 and 5. Let's say 0, 3 and 5. Okay, so what will happen? First of all, we will find out our new head. Okay, so we are comparing the data. So I will go in the else part. So this is my new head. This is my new head, and then what I am calling? I am calling the recursive function merge to list. I am passing linked list A. So we have to pass this complete list and we have to pass the next of b. So I am passing this smaller list. And what is the property of merge two list function? It takes two lists as input. I am providing the first list and the second list, and it will create, and it will merge the two lists, and it will return me the head. So after merging the two lists, my list will become 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and it will return me the address of this node. Okay, it is returning the address of this node, and this is my new head. So I am writing this new head arrow next. What is the output from the merge to list function? So it is returning the address of this node, and I am connecting these two nodes. Okay, so it will become 0 arrow 1, and then similarly this part of the list, and finally I am returning new head. So finally this is my new head. Okay, and finally I am returning new head to the main. So this is how it is working. Now let's see, let us try to run our code, and then we will submit our code. So let's run code. Okay, so this is A, linked list A and B. Okay, so this is list node star, not node. Okay, so now we'll submit our code. Okay, so basically our code is working. So if you have any doubt in this question, you can ask me. Thank you.